Hello, my name is Marielle Reach, and today I'm going to be discussing my action plan based off of my action research study. What are the characteristics of effective teacher and paraprofessional collaboration, and how do they impact student performance in the classroom? So in this video, I will go over the description of my action plan, the data that was used to create it, the different roles and timetables of when things need to be completed by, and the expected outcomes of this plan. So the reason this was a study of such high interest to me is because currently I am a self-contained teacher in an elementary school where no collaboration or meeting time is provided to us teachers and paras. This makes it extremely difficult to share information, to train my paras in different skills and strategies. So this was something that was very near and dear to my heart that I wanted to delve into a little bit more. So with my action plan, I looked at all of the data from surveys that I administered to different self-contained teachers, paras, and administrators in my district. Half of the teachers stated that they are given 15 minutes or less to meet and collaborate with paras throughout the week. And even the ones that mentioned 15 minutes shared that that is just them trying to scrounge up any few seconds or minutes here and there to talk briefly with their paras, but that is not time allocated to them by their administration. Another interesting thing that was discovered through this survey is that paras all rated themselves with the lowest scores in academic instruction and behavior management. So their confidence levels for delivering academic instruction were quite low, as well as their confidence levels for doing behavior management were low as well. And they had shared that a lot of this was due to having no time to meet and collaborate with teachers, so they did not know what was fully expected of them when it came to these two areas. All participants agreed that effective teacher and paraprofessional relationships are built on communication and trust. And communication that is very hard to have when no time is provided to you during your school day. All participants expressed that set meeting times would benefit their relationships. Consistently being given feedback by the teachers would improve the relationships, and being able to attend more meetings and trainings together to strengthen and improve their skills. And so they're all receiving the same information at once. And then finally, all staff agreed that when there are higher confidence levels in these areas of academic instruction, behavior management, and just in all areas, the students participate more and they have more engagement or higher levels of engagement. And so this is something that all participants said they want. They all want student engagement to go up and improve, but it is hard when there's no collaboration time and staff don't fully know how to implement these things. So as far as the description of the action plan, originally I had thought I would need to focus more on how to get teachers and paras to get along more, but that wasn't the case. The data showed that actually teachers and paras all get along fairly well. However, one thing that came up is they're struggling with finding an effective mode of communication. So that really was my focus with this action plan. In this plan, teachers will be asked to send out a weekly staff newsletter through Google Slides or Docs. I will provide the layout and the format for the newsletter, so all they have to do is just type in the information that pertains to them. There will be a slide for weekly highlights, a calendar, academic strategies, behavioral strategies, and para input and questions. Teachers will be asked to fill this out each week and share it with paras through Google Drive, and to make sure that paras have editing access to the document. For weekly highlights, teachers will just share a few positive moments from the week to help build that team morale and keep staff encouraged, especially after a more difficult week. It's always great to start off with providing praise and great feedback on what has been going well. The calendar slide is just a place for teachers to type in upcoming events, changes, meetings, things that everyone should know. And it's a place that paras can go to just remind themselves if they're not sure if something's happening that day. Then there will be a slide to focus on one academic skill. The teacher will focus on this one skill for about 2 weeks, and we'll just break down the steps of that skill into very basic, simple, easy to understand steps. The same will be said for the behavioral slide. Just focus on one behavioral strategy that they feel paras need to really grow in, to have a better understanding of. Just going to break that behavior management skill down into small, easy, simple steps. And this will help really over the 2 weeks, if by focusing on just that one skill in each of those areas, that will really help build up the confidence levels of the paras and give them plenty of time to ask questions and understand it. Going into the para slide, that will be where paras can go in, ask questions about the academic strategy and the behavior management skill, and be able to offer like input, feedback, and just to make comments about maybe questions or concerns. And it's important that then the teacher will reply to those in the following newsletter. It's very important that this newsletter isn't just one-sided with only having information coming from the teacher. To really build that collaboration piece, this para slide is going to be vital so that teachers can hear what the paras have to say and that they do have that trust and feel valued to strengthen that bond and working relationship. In addition to this newsletter, teachers and paras will be asked to take data on just one student for the duration of this plan and focus on taking data for that academic skill and the behavioral skill or the behavioral management skill. So they will be tracking, get some baseline before the newsletter goes out on that academic skill and how the student is doing with that behavior. And then after these newsletters have been going out, they'll continue to take data to see if there is improvements as the confidence levels of the paras and staff go up, if the student participation engagement is going up as well. And this will take place over a span of 2 months. This will give the teachers and paras time to discuss at least a few different skills and strategies, and to really see over time if the student performance is going up as well. And my hope is that over this time, the confidence levels of the paras will really go up, the confidence levels of the teachers will go up, and that they will feel better prepared to collaborate and discuss things with paras. Ideally, teachers and paras would be given a set amount of time each week to meet, to collaborate, to discuss, to do mini trainings, things like that. But unfortunately in my district, or at least in my building, we were told, no, right now you just need to get creative with the time that you have. So we really do need to get creative because we cannot work within the parameters of our school day. And my overall hope, my biggest hope, is that students will benefit from this. Everything we do is in order to help students grow and to do things to the best of their ability. So I'm hoping by strengthening the teacher and para relationship, by getting those confidence levels up, by having everyone feel more valued and being able to share input, at least in this platform, that the students would be the ones who benefit from it the most. So that is my action plan. I've gone over the description of it, the data that I used to help create it, the different roles and responsibilities, the timetables that it would take place over, and then the outcomes that I expect to arise from this. So I hope you enjoyed listening to it, and I hope that it strikes a chord with you and that you would be interested in conducting this action plan. Thank you for listening.